Good morning. I just love the acoustics in this room. It's wonderful to be here. Welcome to our 2010, I guess that's the way we're going to say it, Spring Convocation. It's my pleasure to welcome all of you, and my first duty of the day is to introduce our new president. In November of last year, the Regents of New Mexico State University appointed Dr. Barbara Couture as the university's 25th president. President Couture assumed the office a week ago to lead our statewide land grant institution, our wonderful institution, which is by far the best in the state and the region. No argument there. Thank you. Dr. Couture is known for her leadership in defining future issues for higher education. She chaired the Executive Committee for the Council on Academic Affairs for the Association of Public and Land-Grant Universities. Prior to coming to NMSU, Dr. Couture was the Senior Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs and Professor of English at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. She also served as Dean of the College of Liberal Arts at Washington State University in Pullman. Her academic career began as an assistant professor of English at Wayne State University in Detroit. At Wayne State, she also served as Associate Dean for Curriculum in the College of Liberal Arts and Associate Dean for Metropolitan Programs and Summer Sessions in the College of Lifelong Learning, where she was responsible for the management of 6 extension campuses. So she's well-versed in a system that has multiple campuses like ours, and I think she'll be a great leader for our partnering campuses around the state. She's an award-winning writer, receiving Outstanding Book Award at the 2000 Conference on College Composition and Communication for her work toward a phenomenological rhetoric, writing, profession, and altruism. Her publications include 6 authored, edited books and numerous chapters and articles. She also sits on 2 editorial boards for academic journals. Dr. Couture and her husband Paul, of 39 years, braved the winter storm late December to come to Las Cruces when they were greeted by a recently repainted and tidied up president's, I don't want to use the word mansion, it's a bit modest for that, but up on Geothermal Road, there were 400 boxes of stuff to unpack. And so they proceeded to get down to business and decided to take a little break on Saturday, January 2nd to attend the Utah State game. It's sort of incognito, so I don't know if any of you noticed her there. She was very well disguised with her Pistol Pete mustache. And the ESPN and our camera crews did not discover her, but her husband has a picture of that. And maybe if you're nice to her, that we can get that released someday. I present to you our new president, Barbara Couture.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And good morning, and thank you, Dr. Jordan, for that very lovely introduction. I am absolutely delighted to be greeting you, both of those of you who are here in person today and those who are viewing me on the internet, on the occasion of our New Mexico State University Spring Convocation for the year 2010. I can't think of a more fitting setting for me to deliver to you my first impressions of our great university and the challenges and opportunities for it ahead. If there is but one asset that this university must protect to ensure the very best education for our students, it's the excellence of our faculty. It's a great, great honor to be celebrating their accomplishments today. As Jay said, the last 2 weeks have been interesting, wild and wonderful, I would say, for me and my husband, Paul, by the way, who is here in the front row. Paul, would you please stand? As he said, we left Nebraska in the middle of a blizzard. Our plan was to leave the day after Christmas bright and early, getting a head start for our journey west. We soon saw that the weather wasn't going to cooperate with us. In fact, our main road west, those of you who know Nebraska, is I-80, and it was closed for some 200 miles directly west of our Lincoln home. And out west, you all know what closed mean. It means gates down, no go. So after making several calls to assess the nationwide road conditions, we headed east for 60 miles and then south on I-29, only to find the blizzard follow us to Kansas City, where once again we found it impossible to trek west safely on snow and ice-covered I-70. So heading south once again, we finally got westerly on I-40, enjoying every now and then the sights of the old Route 66 along the way. Long story short, given what we've seen in the Midwest in the last few weeks, blizzards breaking 100-year weather records of snow and ice, we've become Southwest Aggies just in time. And although we're still unpacking actually the 470 boxes that followed us to Las Cruces, we feel pretty settled in. My husband, our 3 cats, and I, with just enough of that frost in the air each morning to remind us of what we left behind. Of course, everyone that we have come to meet here has assured us that the frosty weather that we received when we got here is not typical. But there has been nothing, absolutely nothing frosty about the warm welcome that we've received from faculty, staff, and students of NMSU and the surrounding communities, and we thank you for that. On my very first day, I was asked to come to what was billed as a very small reception in Hadley Hall. And there, when I came down there, and of course a number of you were there, I thought there would be just a few brave faculty who had decided to come out on that cold day after the holiday weekend to work, perhaps in their labs. And there I was, greeted by wall-to-wall well-wishers from faculty, staff, administration, students in our local community. I was really quite overwhelmed, and thank you for that. What impressed me most about that first few moments with this community was a constant refrain from each person I met. What can I do to help you? I have to admit, it's that spirit of enthusiasm and generosity that held my great attraction to New Mexico State University when I was first introduced to the university search community and later to the many wonderful community members whom I have met when I interviewed. Your collegiality, your enthusiasm, your genuine support for the mission of this great university is a significant strength and one that I know will pull us through many of the challenges ahead. At this convocation, I know that it's traditional for your president to review the university's accomplishments to date and offer a vision for the future. And so this morning, I'm going to share just a few of the highlights of 2009 and the opening weeks of 2010. I know that in doing that, I'm going to inevitably miss the accomplishments of many units here in Las Cruces and in our campuses and extension sites across the state that are of equal or greater merit than what I choose to mention today. And as I get to know you better, we hope to recognize the outstanding achievements of our faculty and our university community at large in many different ways at many forums. And after a brief year's review, this morning I also will lay out for you a few of the activities that will have my attention over the next few weeks. Later in the spring, I'll give you an update on these activities, and I will also ask to hear from you at that time about other goals and projects that you feel are important to you. So now for the update. More than 1,800 students graduated from New Mexico State University in December, and we're delighted to celebrate their success. You should know that I've heard from many supporters of the university how pleased they are with the preparation that we're giving students who come to us. I thank you for that. With every student graduated, of course, comes the hope of bringing in new students. to our university and community college campuses. I'm pleased to report that our university system is projecting for spring 2010 a 12% increase in enrollment over spring 2009. We've had strong increases that are evident on each of our campuses. Alamogordo is up 26%, Carlsbad 18%, Doña Ana 13%. Grants actually experienced a 65% increase, and the Las Cruces campus, our main campus here, is also up 6%. My congratulations to the faculty and staff who've worked very hard to recruit and retain our students. Thank you. In addition to these enrollment gains, we're proud to note the ongoing excellence of many of our academic research and teaching support units. Our Chili Pepper Institute of the College of Agricultural, Consumer, and Environmental Sciences is in developing the hottest chili pepper in the world, has helped boost the production of Boot Jolokia chilies more than 25%. This Chili Institute is a must-see destination, and it's definitely on my must-see list. The College of Arts and Sciences continues to provide excellent teaching, a prime example being our prize-winning student delegation at the National Model United Nations Conference last summer in New York, and stellar research success, capped by a $17.5 million continuing grant to develop biomedical research programs in New Mexico under the New Mexico IDEA Network for Biomedical Research Excellence, and by the Sloan Digital Sky Survey, shown to have the highest impact on research in astronomy. We congratulate, too, in Arts and Sciences, our Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry for ranking in the top third among PhD granting institutions for research funding from federal sources. Our College of Business, in addition to housing the Domenici Institute, has received recently a $1.25 million grant in funding for the Daniels Fund Ethics Initiative. And its Arrowhead Center was recently awarded stimulus money to study green jobs in New Mexico. In our College of Engineering, in addition to the burgeoning success of its aerospace engineering program, which recently won necessary approvals to move forward with graduate and PhD programs, has also received new funding for research in solar technology and now leads national efforts of the Solar America Board for Codes and Standards. We take pride, too, in Myrna's Children's Village of our College of Education on the university campus, which provides early childhood care and important research in early childhood education. And we celebrate the achievements of our College of Health and Social Services, who graduated its first PhD in nursing in 2009. And finally, all of us should feel some sense of accomplishment in noting NMSU's strong ranking by Washington Monthly for its contribution to the public good, and the university's placing in the top third of 600 universities studied by Forbes magazine for student success and employment after graduation. Thank you for these accomplishments. We have a great deal to be proud of, and a bright and brilliant potential future ahead in so many critical areas, such as water research, border economics and security, New Mexican current and indigenous history, and the literatures, art, and music of the Southwest and its various cultures. And two, a lot is expected of us. Not only do our publics expect the highest quality research and creative work from this university, but the public expects that work to extend to our local communities and to contribute to educating and economically developing communities and rural areas statewide. It's going to take time and careful study for me to understand, together with you, the true potential of all of the assets of our great university. And while I'm learning from you, we're going to be pressured and obligated to meet many immediate challenges to our continued success. I want to share with you now just a few of these challenges, outlining for you the approach I hope to use to address them over the next few weeks. First and foremost is the university's state-aided budget. We've all read the initial proposal from the Legislative Finance Committee and our governor's response. To say this is not going to be an easy budget year is to be at risk of understatement. Like nearly every state in our nation, New Mexico is facing budget shortfalls, and it will be a very, very difficult session ahead for the men and women of our legislature. Like every other state agency, we know that we're going to have to trim our budget and demonstrate that we are operating efficiently and as effectively as possible. At the same time, we cannot afford to diminish the valuable asset that our university system is to this state, not only as one of the major employers of the state's workforce, but also as a leading institution of higher education in a system of public universities and community colleges that is the envy of the world. We don't know yet what the impact of the final state budget is going to be on New Mexico State University, but we do know that if the budget as proposed by the LFC stands, we will face major damage to our instructional programs and our primary research areas. During the 30-day session, I will work with our very accomplished university staff and our friends in the legislature to assure that the interests of our students and the teaching, research, and outreach infrastructure of our university are preserved and remain strongly supported. Second, while celebrating our increased enrollment this spring, we're going to need to work hard to keep student enrollment strong for several years. Key to that success are the relationships between our university campus and each of our system community colleges. And equally important is the work we do with our local and statewide high schools to encourage young people to go to college. As a land-grant institution, we have the facilities, the faculty, the staff, and locations to reach out to young people, adults, businesses, industries, and governments across the state, providing general and specialized educational opportunities. Our great challenge is to coordinate these efforts so that all of those who interact with us have meaningful and effective ways to reach their goals. As of January 1, the 4 partner presidents of our community colleges will directly report to my office. This structure more effectively recognizes their roles as leaders of our partner institutions, and through their regular contact with me, we can focus on those critical issues that will make our system stronger. We'll also be looking at ways to strengthen our relationships with high schools across the state and with the dedicated professionals who teach their students. Third is the challenge to strengthen and expand our academic research core. I cited a number of our current strengths earlier on, and I know I missed many, many other strengths that we can be proud of as a university community. I'm eager to learn more from you about where our departments and colleges have been building their research and scholarly expertise, how this expertise has translated into academic programs which we are uniquely qualified to deliver, and how our faculty are connecting with federal, state, and foundation sources of funding that can help them continue and expand their work. Following my intensive work with the legislature this spring, I will hold an open forum on this campus for faculty and staff, kind of a midterm check, as it were, to see together how we are doing and where we are going. The forum will give you an opportunity to talk with me directly about your concerns, your hopes, and your dreams. In the meanwhile, of course, I'll continue to meet with many of our college and department leaders in committee forums, in individual meetings, as I have been over the last 2 weeks, and at campus events. And I'm soon going to develop some other ways to get to know you and your concerns in the weeks ahead, and to hear directly from our students too. Bottom line, I'm eager to hear your thoughts and our students' thoughts about what we can do to support the ambitions and the plans of our academic community. As part of this process, you can be sure I will familiarize myself with our faculty's unit plans, with the benchmarks of our Living the Vision plan, and the research, teaching, and service strengths of our faculty and staff. Again, these strengths are our greatest assets, and I'm going to do my very best to work with you to build upon them and protect them. In early meetings where I met with many of you as a presidential candidate, I promised to spend some time visiting our extension sites and our campuses statewide. My fourth initiative for this semester is a road trip, where I can spend some time in as many of the communities that we serve that I can reach this semester while meeting the other obligations we have this year. We serve a wide and a varied constituency, from a wide variety of cultural groups to traditional, state-of-the-art, and futuristic industries and research laboratories. All are important to our mission, and as soon as we've completed our important work in Santa Fe, we're going to get to know all of these constituencies better. I invite your suggestions. Last week, I attended the Pops Festival of the Las Cruces Symphony, and I met many fine community members who have been longtime supporters of the university and its programs. Sprinkled in this crowd were several relatively newcomers to Las Cruces, folks who came to this community specifically to enjoy the quality of life and to enjoy a community that has the special opportunities that a land-grant university community provides. I spoke with one couple about the great idea that is the Moral Act and America's legacy of land-grant universities. We add value to the state and its communities through our forward-looking research, through our outreach to government and industry and the arts, and through the arts and humanities programs that add quality to our life. NMSU is now in the midst of a campaign to raise $225 million in support for the university by December of 2010. I'm proud to announce today that as of December 31st, 2009, the Doing What Counts campaign, exceeded $216 million. Many alumni and donors and friends of NMSU have contributed to this success. I'd like to depart from my remarks just a moment to recognize the 20% of faculty and staff who made financial commitments to the mission of NMSU through payroll deductions and one-time gifts to the campaign. Thank you very much. And I want to thank each of you for your contributions, for believing in your colleges and departments, for supporting the academic success of our students through scholarships and enhanced educational experiences. Because of the contributions to this university and our ongoing fundraising efforts, more than 1,000 student scholarships have been established. More than 200 colleges and departments now have supplemental operating funds, and more than 70 faculty are honored to hold endowed positions. Congratulations. My fifth commitment to you this semester and ongoing will be to actively involve myself in our fundraising efforts. And I will, of course, join the ranks of university presidents nationwide who now understand increasingly the role that private funding must have in supporting public universities. Concomitant with the fundraising are ongoing projects that contribute to economic development in the state. I mentioned already the Arrowhead Center and the opportunities it provides for translating faculty and student research into marketable products and services. And we have potential, too, through our new involvement with the early college high school to lead nationally with an innovative educational approach that increases access to college for our New Mexico students. And soon we will have another opportunity to be developed in the Center for the Arts that will add new opportunities for our community to enjoy the performances and activities of our faculty in arts and humanities. All of these efforts enhance our land-grant mission and are indicative of the broad reach that NMSU has in developing our surrounding communities. Extending that reach while building on the specific academic research and creative strengths of our university will be a key theme as I interact with you over the coming months. And I welcome, of course, your thoughts about other strategic directions that we might take to strengthen NMSU's unique contribution to our national system of research and land-grant institutions. I've left out a lot this morning, and there's much that's left to do. With all that demands our attention, I wish you to know that we will never lose sight of our key missions to offer the best educational experience to our undergraduate and graduate students, to support top-flight research and creative work that promotes discovery and enhances quality of life, and to secure the future of agriculture and provide opportunity for new industries to grow and develop while employing the citizens of our state. Always and evermore, academic excellence will be job one. I know that many of you now are concerned about the vacancies in academic administration that currently exist. Finding top-flight academic leaders for our colleges who have transitional leadership will be a key component of our success, and these current searches will have my utmost attention during the press of the legislative session ahead. We are very fortunate indeed to have as our interim provost Dr. Jay Jordan, who in a moment will be introducing our faculty honorees today, and I thank him for taking on this very important challenge. I am now in the process of appointing a search committee to help us select a permanent chief academic officer, and I will keep the university community informed and involved as that search progresses. It's been a very exciting and a very productive first week at NMSU. I've met with a number of community members, a number of our legislative supporters, the academic leaders of our vice presidential areas, and I know I have many more of you to meet. Every meeting I've had and every occasion I've been to has confirmed every positive impression that I had of New Mexico State University before my husband and I first set our feet on campus this week. From the exciting evening that we had watching men's basketball, and the team beat Utah State wearing our Pistol Pete mustaches. And I want to congratulate, of course, both our men and women's basketball teams for the recent wins, by the way. Way to go. From these wins to learning new developments in research in algal fuels, to enjoying the Pops concert we enjoyed last weekend, we have marveled at the rich resources that this university brings to our state. It's especially pleasing for me to begin the year formally with you by celebrating the teaching and the research strengths of our faculty. I know you all had some curiosity about me, I would say this morning, since I'm the new kid on the block. But our focus today is really on those who have proven themselves on this campus. The faculty that we celebrate today represent the reason that our state supports the university and the reason that our students succeed. It gives me great pleasure now to hand over the podium to Dr. Jay Jordan, who will introduce today's honorees and tell us about their accomplishments. I want to thank you all for your warm welcome, your kind attention, and my best wishes to you for a successful and productive year as you continue your research, your teaching, and your creative work at New Mexico State University. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Couture. It's great to have you on board here. the fire hose analogy doesn't do justice to what she's been through this past week. I think we had this movie called The Towering Inferno, and when they blew up the water tank on the top of it, that's sort of what it felt like. As is customary, we will be recognizing outstanding faculty and staff with our Dennis Darnell Faculty Achievement Award and the Donald C. Rouse Excellence in Teaching Awards. As I read your names, please come up to the stage to receive your award and take a photograph with President Couture. Family members are certainly welcome to join you. Please have them come up as well. Our first award is the Dennis Darnell Faculty Achievement Award. This goes to James E. Shearer, Department of Music. Come up, James. As all of you know, our music department is the best in the region. It's the very best. It has been. And it's that, and there's a reason for that. Among them are members of the faculty. Dr. Scherer, an outstanding educator who consistently receives high teacher evaluations, has been with us for 19 years. He's an internationally known scholar and performer. He has authored 2 textbooks in the field of general music appreciation, along with numerous articles, reviews, and other journal work. He has been instrumental in helping develop and implement new technologies within the music department. In addition to his teaching responsibilities, Dr. Scherer initiated the creation of the NMSU Cultural Series, a concert series that brings international artists to perform for the NMSU and Greater Las Cruces, El Paso community. As a performer, he has found great success. His newest recording on Summit Records, The Memphis Hang, garnered rave reviews worldwide, major radio and internet airplay, and was entered into the first round of the 2008 Grammy Award consideration. An active member of the Honors College, Dr. Scherer often teaches his popular Music in Time and Space course in addition to his regular teaching load. He exemplifies what we expect in the way of excellence, not only excellence in teaching, which is what some of the awards we're going to be giving today, but excellence in scholarly activity in his area. So scholarly activity and service. So all of these components are recognized with this Dennis Darnell Faculty Achievement Award. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you so much. I am truly honored to accept this year's Darnell Teaching Award. I'm also grateful for the opportunity to publicly thank everyone involved in making it possible. In particular, I wish to thank my friend and mentor for many years, Chairman of the Music Department, Dr. Ken Van Winkle. I thank him for his continued support of me, of our colleagues, and our musical collaborators. Thanks also to Dean Fant, who is, of course, our former chairman, and who remains a great mentor to me, along with Dr. William Clark, who brought me to New Mexico in the first place. A major portion of my career for the past 10 years has been my involvement with the NMSU Cultural Series. It's a program of which I'm very proud. This venture would not exist without the expertise, the worldwide connections, and the hard work of Bobby Welch at Pan Am Special Events, along with the ASNMSU Program Director Kelly Hubbard and all the students of ASNMSU. I thank them all for their hard work. They're the ones that really make that series happen. And the next show is next Thursday, the 21st, Pine Leaf Boys, 8 p.m. Tickets available now at the Pan Am box office. Come on out. Finally, and most importantly, I'd like to thank my wife and musical partner, Celeste, for her patience and her support. She edits my writing, which is no easy task, I can tell you. We get to travel, we commission new works, and we make music together, which makes for a truly great life. Celeste has been a middle school band director for the past 18 years, which in my opinion is a job for which you should get an award by simply walking in the door every day. I take great pride in sharing this award with her. Thank you again for this incredible and very humbling honor.
Thank you. Thank you, Jim. Next, we come to the Donald C. Roush Excellence in Teaching Award. The Donald Roush Awards recognize 35 years of teaching improvement in New Mexico. The New Mexico State University Academic Dean's Council in 1984 initiated the Donald C. Roush Awards for Teaching Excellence. Recipients are chosen by the deans based on input from a variety of sources, including the results of a commencement survey of graduating seniors. If you haven't seen that, that's very interesting. Sometimes we have comments from those students presented up here. In 1959, Dr. Roush joined the faculty of NMSU and became Dean of the College of Education. He retained this position until 1968, when he was appointed Academic Vice President, with the title changing to Executive Vice President in 1979. I was here as a junior faculty member under Executive Vice President Roush's tenure. He signed my tenure document. That was it took a little bit of work to get there. And we were all, I don't want to use the word petrified, but I can't think of any other word to describe Dr. Roush. He was an excellent leader, let's say that, and trying to sneak anything past him was pretty darn difficult. And when you had to go to his office as a faculty member, it was definitely going to the principal's office, I can tell you that. I did have to go there one time, and learned enough not to go back. In July 1985, Dr. Roush retired from the position of Executive Vice President, having been involved in New Mexico education since 1950, since he began teaching in Los Alamos. NMSU honored Dr. Roush in 1983 with the President's Awards for service in recognition of a career dedicated to excellence in teaching, as manifested by his outstanding work with faculty and students at NMSU and other universities. To be selected for this award, a university that has so many fine teachers, is indeed an honor and something to be very, very proud of. Our first honoree is Jerry Hawks, Department of Agricultural Economics and Agricultural Business. Come up, Jerry, and bring your family if you have any with you. A faculty member since 1994, Dr. Hawks is an Aggie in every sense of the word. He received his bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degrees from New Mexico State. His areas of expertise are in farm and ranch business management and computer applications for agriculture. His research interests include financial diversity in agricultural production economics as it's related to agriculture, crop, and livestock cost, and return estimates in applied production economics. To put it simply, Dr. Hawks loves what he does. Dr. Hawks was named Advisor of the Year in 2001, Agriculture and Extension Agent Outstanding Advisor in 2002, Teacher of the Year for Ag and Extension Education in 2002, and Gamma Sigma inductee. He received the 2002 NACTA Teaching Award, the 2002 Agriculture Extension Club Teaching Award, the 2003 Sam Steele Award, and the 2003 National FFA Award. He was also recognized in Who's Who among professors in 2004. Congratulations, Dr. Hawks. Would you like to say a few words? You don't have to. I can point out that our recipients are certainly welcome to say a few words, or a lot of words, we've had that before, or none at all. So feel free to do what you feel is appropriate. Our next awardee is Deanna Dunleavy from the Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry. Deanna, please come forward. In addition to her regular teaching schedule, Dr. Dunleavy directs a Theismann-style supplemental instruction program for the department. Since 2005, she had helped enhance student retention and success rates. And as you know, chemistry and biochemistry is not one of those piece of cake academic areas. The success of this program garnered Dr. Dunleavy and her colleague Antonio Lara, also from the Department of Chemistry and Biochemistry, the Outstanding Student Retention and Graduation Award in 2006. These efforts have resulted in fewer students failing organic chemistry at NMSU. A member of the NMSU family since 2000, Dr. Dunleavy makes science fun. As one student noted, and this is one of the comments from that survey, Dr. Dunleavy's Chem 110 course was the best science class that I've ever taken. Thank you for your enthusiasm and effort to make it so. Another student wrote, I really enjoyed Dr. Dunleavy as an instructor. She brings humor into the classroom. I enjoy the way she brings her own examples to explain an idea. Congratulations, Dr. Dunleavy. Please say a few words if you will. On those student comments, we never really get to present the ones for the faculty who weren't selected. They're even more interesting. The next recipient is Dr. Christine Eber from the Department of Anthropology. Come up, Christine. A cultural anthropologist, Dr. Eber is a champion of human rights, gender equity, fair trade, and cultural relativism. For several decades, she has conducted field research in the Mayan communities of Chiapas, Mexico. She has also been engaged in the efforts to promote fair trade and provide economic opportunities for the women weavers of Chiapas. She has gone even further by forming the Las Cruces Chiapas Connection to promote sales of fine crafts. Through scholarship and her extensive experience, she engages students in the examination of critical issues and has inspired many to become involved with the Las Cruces Chiapas Connection and activism. A member of the faculty since 1995, she consistently receives excellent teaching evaluations and is able to reach students at many levels. She has received many awards, including the Governor's Award for Outstanding Women of New Mexico in 2002, the Dennis Darnell Faculty Achievement Award in 2005. Congratulations, Dr. Eber. Would you like to say a word or two?
Take this chance to say a few words. I would like to thank the very thoughtful people who nominated me for this award, and all the colleagues and students who have supported me through the years. Also, my husband, Mike O'Malley, has given me a lot of encouragement with my teaching. Like most of us here today, I didn't get any formal training to become a college professor, and whatever I do that works, I learned from my wonderful professors at SUNY Buffalo in anthropology, American Indian Studies, and women's studies. They gave me the courage to put my students in circles so that they could learn from each other, not just from me. I've also learned a lot about teaching from my friends in a Tzotzil Maya community of Highland Chiapas, Mexico, where I do my research. They have shown me that everyone has a voice, and that my job is not to be a voice for the voiceless, but an ear for the earless, for those who don't listen. I will be retiring at the end of this year from teaching, and am really grateful for this award at this time in my last year. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Christine. Our next recipient is Kenneth J. Martin from the Department of Finance. Ken, come up, please. I think we could use some advice from him. In 2007, Dr. Martin stepped forward and accepted a big challenge. This is before the bubble burst, by the way, to develop and teach finance courses where our students would handle millions of dollars, $5 million to be exact. The Student Managed Investment Fund, a fund established through the efforts of Governor Richardson, Dean Carruthers, and the State Investment Council Director, Gary Bland, allows students to study the market while using financial tools to determine a stock's true value. This venture has been a great experience for our students, and Dr. Martin has maintained a steady hand and has made every financial event a teachable moment. I assume that means the events that occurred when the bubble burst as well. More than 10 years before delving into the market, Dr. Martin developed the course Financial Information Technology, or FIT, F-I-T. This course allows students to take financial theory and put it to practice, analyzing real financial data using spreadsheet software. And although the students have described the course as Excel on steroids, they have found it to be extremely valuable outside the classroom. Our graduates send notes bragging about their ability to outshine coworkers from other students. One student wrote, "It's worth noting that my cohort has a master's degree from Rice University and yet less knowledgeable of pivot tables. I wanted to thank you for the extra edge it has given me." Dr. Martin joined NMSU in 1995. He received the Innovative Achievement Award from the Southwest Business Deans Association in recognition of his work in developing this course in 2000. Congratulations, Dr. Martin. I would like to hear how the funds do.
Thank you very much. We are back to pre-Lehman Brothers levels. And our Weatherby Fund is actually positive, about 5% from its inception. So diversification does work. I would like to very quickly thank a few people. One is my wife, Mary, who is a 4th and 5th grade teacher, and she's a real inspiration to me. It's amazing to me to see how she is able to use technology in her classroom today, using things like Google Docs and YouTube, to create these very interactive kinds of history lessons, for example, for her kids. So it's an inspiration for me. I'd also like to thank Liz Ellis, my department head. She's been very, very supportive of my teaching activities. And finally, I'd like to thank a student by the name of James Napier, who several years ago had the courage to raise his hand in class and say, "Dr. Martin," after I had demonstrated something using Excel in class, he said, "I have no idea how you did what you did." And so the next class I took the students to the lab and realized that they really didn't have the tools to do the kinds of things I wanted them to do in finance. And that, together with the internet tsunami that was happening and cheap and networked computers, all came together at once at a very, very good time for me to develop this class and go on from there. So thanks to James, and thank you all for being here.
Thanks, Ken. Appreciate the update. Our next recipient is Monica R. Brown from the Department of Special Ed and Communications Disorders. Monica? For Dr. Brown, student success is a top priority. A member of the NMSU faculty since 2004, she had advised and mentored many students and has chaired and served on numerous master and doctoral committees. Her students feel the passion she has for the work she does. As one student noted, her enthusiasm is contagious, which makes the course material interesting. Her current research interests include disaffected adolescents, multicultural special ed, and secondary special ed. She has received numerous awards, including the College of Education Dean's Award for Excellence in Research for 2007-2008, the College of Education Dean's Excellence in Teaching Award 2006, a Cambridge Who's Who biographical candidate for 2009-10, and was nominated for the University of Las Vegas College of Education Outstanding Alumna Award in 2004. Congratulations, Dr. Brown.
I wasn't going to speak, but I think I should. First of all, I'd like to thank my department because they are wonderful. And second, that would be SPED CD. And finally, I'd like to say that I really don't believe that anybody wins these awards on their own. So I would like to thank all of those people, students, professors I've had, family, everyone, past, present, and future, because it is an honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Brown. Nice speech. Our next awardee is Craig Newston from the Department of Civil Engineering. Craig? I remember hiring Craig in 2001. Glad to see you're still here and doing well. Noted as a positive, dynamic teacher, Dr. Newston teaches statics, mechanics of materials, structural analysis, advanced mechanics of materials, intermediate structural analysis, and advanced concrete design. He has served as faculty advisor for a large number of graduate students, has advised 3 PhD and 21 master's students in his 7 years of being here. He's received numerous awards, including being named the Civil Engineering Professor of the Year for 2002, 2005, 2006, and 2008 by the NMSU Chi Epsilon Student Chapter. Congratulations, Dr. Newston. Okay, we have our next one. Mary Sizemore from the School of Nursing. Mary, please come up. Most of you here have attended commencement ceremonies along the way, and my recollection is that the nursing faculty and the nursing students have the most fun at commencement. And I've seen that several times. That's just not a casual observation. For more than 20 years, Dr. Sizemore has gone above and beyond to help our students succeed. She has conducted research and written publications related to student success in nursing education. She has been instrumental in the development of a highly successful distance ed program for nurses seeking a professional degree, and is consistently ranked by students as one of the top School of Nursing professors. She has garnered many awards, including the National Distance Ed Award for Excellence in 2007. She's a previous recipient of the Donald Roush Award for Teaching Excellence, 1994, and since 2002 has been the RN to BSN Program Manager and Co-Director responsible for recruitment, advising, and student support. Dr. Sizemore doesn't settle for the ordinary. She wants extraordinary. As one student wrote, Dr. Sizemore seems to pull the best out of every student. She is not satisfied with the mediocre and is constantly pushing and stimulating students to learn. Another student noted, she pushes us out of our comfort zone. She's very animated. Congratulations, Dr. Sizemore.
I'm very honored and humbled to receive this award. I would like to thank my students, faculty, and administrators for making this possible. And to my sister, who is watching this from home, a public school teacher, 4th grade, for many years, I would like to thank her for all her support and confidence in me. And especially to my RN BSN faculty colleagues, Marilyn, Kathy, Sean, Nancy, Barbara, and Willanne. Thanks for being so awesome to work with. And I believe Marilyn and Kathy, can you stand up for a round of applause? I have many other people to thank, but I also especially want to thank Tara Gray, the director of the Teaching Academy, and her awesome staff and faculty for assisting me throughout my many years here. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Mary. We really appreciate what you do. Our next recipient is from NMSU Alamogordo. It's Vicente Lombrana, Jr. Vicente. An academic leader in biology, Dr. Lombrana has been at NMSU since 1992. He teaches general biology, anatomy, physiology, and microbiology. A 2006 Regents Professor Master Teacher, Dr. Lombrana has been recognized many times over for his teaching excellence. For example, he is also a previous Donald C. Roush Award winner and has been selected to receive the NMSU Alamogordo Teaching Excellence Award multiple times. He has been honored with the National Institute for Staff and Organizational Development Teaching and Leadership Excellence Award. One can say that Dr. Lombrana has a way with students. One student wrote, Dr. Lombrana has a dorky way of enlightening his students. That's a good thing. Another student wrote, Dr. Lombrana is wonderful beyond words. Congratulations, Dr. Lombrana.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I think I'll take this opportunity to thank my wife and my son. I spend a lot of time up at school with students and preparing lectures and teaching infrastructure, and they put up with that. So thank you.
From NMSU Carlsbad, we have Nita Nichols. Nita? Nita joined NMSU in 2000 and is another 100% Aggie. She received her associate degree from NMSU Carlsbad, her bachelor's and master's degree from NMSU, and she's currently enrolled in the NMSU PhD program. She has taught adult basic education and the development math program, also teaches calculus, math for elementary teachers, and online interim algebra. Ms. Nichols understands the needs of the student body at the community college and empowers them through transformative educational experience. She uses alternate teaching methods to engage her students, such as incorporating social justice projects in her math classes to involve students in the community, and has them explore how mathematics can be used for practical applications. I have to add another little piece here. Having been closely related to the math department for many, many years, some of my colleagues were overheard to say that the only good mathematics is that which has no past, present, or future conceivable value. So making mathematics practical is an interesting approach. She created free online modules to help students prepare for the campus placement test and has been an active committee member on the Carlsbad campus. Congratulations, Nita. Okay, now bear with me on this. I'm not a real good name pronouncer. Although I grew up in New Mexico, I was born in West Texas. And for those of you who know West Texas, they don't have all the phonemes in their language. It's an inside joke. From NMSU Danyana, it's Ratna Devi Poinke et Selvin, and I apologize for mispronouncing your name. The faculty, the faculty and staff call her Ratna, and the students call her Dr. Selvin, and so I'm going to use those somewhat easier to pronounce names. Dr. Selvin is a dedicated educator committed to student success, excellence in teaching and learning, and the needs of a diverse student population. She joined NMSU in 2003. In the classroom, she utilizes a range of teaching strategies to foster student learning and retention, such as tutorial, critical thinking, and application case studies, exercises, in addition to Blackboard, enhanced delivery, and research papers. She went further and developed online delivery of Chem 110G in 2007, and currently Chem 210, offering students an alternative in distance learning modality. She has made significant contributions to curricular development of Chem 110G, Chem 111G, as well as Chem 210 for the dental hygiene program. Ratna, along with her colleagues from various science disciplines, established the Science Club in order to engage students in science activities and seminars. Congratulations, Dr. Thill.
I would like to support all my students, colleagues, and the administrators at Doniana Community College in supporting to receive this award. It means a lot, and I would like to thank my family, including my husband, for sacrificing to eat leftover food so I could go to university.
Thank you, Dr. Spalding. Okay, we have one final recipient from NMSU Grants Campus, Marianne Chavez-Toivonen. Miss Marianne. Ms. Chavez-Toivonen joined our staff in 1999, 2 years after she received her master's degree from NMSU. She is highly involved on campus and serves the Grants Campus community in many ways. For example, she is the NMSU Grants Student Learning Outcomes Assessment Coordinator, the Math Program Manager, the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society sponsor, and the Alliance for Minority Participation Campus Coordinator. This is on the top of all of her teaching responsibilities. So, what's the secret to her success? She balances respect and approachability with high expectations of student performance, and students take notice. One student wrote, "Marianne is very patient and will find a way to explain the problem." This is her second time to receive the Recital Award. Her first time was 2001. She is a member of the New Mexico Mathematical Association of Two-Year Colleges and the American Mathematical Association of Two-Year Colleges. Congratulations, Marianne.
Thank you so much for this true honor in the Donald Roush Teaching Excellence Award. I'd like to thank our students, my faculty, the administration and staff of New Mexico State University Grants Campus. They are the ones that I work with on a daily basis and put up with me and mentor me, and so I really would like to thank them. I'd also like to thank my family, my husband, and my mother, who support me every day and help me with my 2-year-old daughter, who keeps me on my toes. So I'd like to thank them as well. Thank you.
Okay, please join me in congratulating this fine group of faculty and staff who received these prestigious awards. This is what it's all about, and it's a delight to be able to recognize and honor them today. So please give us a big round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. I would like to have all of our recipients come up on the stage for a group photograph. And I would like to thank all of you for attending here today. We're looking forward to an interesting spring semester, to say the least, but I think it's going to be an excellent spring semester. All of you will make it so. Thank you.